If you'd like to see more of our videos, hit the subscribe button to stay on top of the market news. Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMtrading. Today's July 17, 2020, and today is Friday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, gold retracing to an important support level at 1800. But first, let's take a look at the various markets. So looking at today, July 17th, Friday, there is no major economic news coming out, but next week we do have corporate earnings coming out, including Microsoft, which is a very big component of the U.S. economy, as it's really been the market leader. But first, looking at today's market, starting out with the currencies, the euro trading on support after hitting a resistance-ish level at 114-ish level. We're going to look at that in just a second. Looking at the indices, the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ both sell off, but a little bit more strength in the Dow Jones as people are taking money off in the high-tech sector. Looking at the commodities, gold on support retracing from its high of 1818, while oil remains steady. Lastly, looking at the stocks, it was Microsoft that sold off to support, while Alcoa, which is the largest aluminum manufacturing company in the United States, is trading right now on resistance. So interesting divergence happening in the market right now. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're starting here with the Euro USD at a 1-hour chart. And you can see this nice little double top that we hit at 114.40-ish level, and then retracing to our previous resistance-ish level, okay, right there, which is our subsequent support level, which is right here. So this would be a decent place to actually pick this up on the long side in the anticipation that it's going to actually trade within this range for now at least, okay? However, if it does breach this with some momentum, especially if it gets closer to the 1360-ish level, you know, that would probably be your stop loss area, okay? So something to consider going into today's trading. Now, GBP USD didn't take it as far, trading at 125.60-ish level, but it's really in between these two levels, okay? Not big trading range that we're going through right now, so something to consider going into today. Now, the USD-ZAR, we mentioned this yesterday, it did look like it was going to take this 1644. It didn't. It traded sideways. Just got to keep an eye on this to see if it does maintain this momentum on the downside, even though it kind of consolidated here at the 1650-ish level. All right, so something to consider going into today. Now, looking at gold, all right, this is really important because we hit this 1797. We're bouncing right off of it, which is a beautiful support level, okay? And especially since we have hit this area several times, okay? Every time we dip below 1797, it becomes a buy, all right? We're trading right now at 1799, just above our 30-day moving average. And we have momentum on the upside, okay? Definitely have some momentum on the upside. So something to consider going into the weekend. Now, looking at oil, just trading sideways, all right? Really in a very tight range between $41 and $40, which is a positive sign because it means the economies are opening up, means that oil consumption is happening. It also means that oil production is also going down, so they're trying to stabilize it as much as possible because we are in a economy that is running on the fuel of a pandemic, okay? And this is really a uncharted territory for everybody. Okay, so we don't want to get to a point where we're getting deflation, and we don't want to get to a point where we're getting inflation. It's going to really take a lot of effort by the finance gurus of each country to really maintain each economy and make sure that it even though it's on a low flame, it's still consistent. Now, looking at the Dow Jones, all right, now this happened this week, okay? We hit this sell-off yesterday, okay, going down to 26,490-ish level, 460-ish level, and then recovering. And so pretty much this is a fill in the gap after a gap up, okay? So at this stage, it's really sideways trading. Now, what I do want to draw your attention to is that some of the big board stocks, the Dow Jones stocks, are actually getting stronger, while the NASDAQ stocks are going through a selling rotation, okay, which is quite natural because if we jump to the NASDAQ, we'll see that it did sell off from that 11,000 high, unbelievable, okay, to a 10,500-ish level, which is a normal retracement for this to happen, but would like to see it solidify at these areas. Now, speaking about Microsoft coming up next week, this was the resistance-ish level that we hit earlier in the week to $215 a share, and we retraced down to 203. Now remember, 203 is a previous resistance-ish area, and we're using it as support now. So I would actually look to enter this on the buy side, okay, in anticipation that some of the news coming out next week is still going to be positive. Now, looking at Alcoa, which is a separate stock, okay, $13.54, which we solidified down here at $4, $5 several times. And now it looks like it wants to take it up on the upside. Now, I want to watch this really very carefully. If it does break above it, then this may go to $16, all right? So just keep this on your radar. It's very important to be there when these things happen, okay? So you got to anticipate it and you got to be in it to win it, right? Looking at Apple taking a little bit of a sell-off there. As you can see, hitting almost $400 a share. So this thing went from $150 to $400 since March 18th. Unreal, okay? Doubling in price. Unbelievable, all right? So something to consider. Going into today, I'd like to see a little bit of a bounce challenging this upper limit. It might not happen with tremendous oomph. It is a Friday and it is summer trading, but we may get that later today. Now, Amazon was the one that got beaten up the most, going down from 3,300 down to 2,993. Okay, over a 350 point move on the downside, but it is trading on that moving average, okay, the 30-day moving average. So that might be actually a decent place to pick it up, okay, in the anticipation that it's going to bounce again. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day and a beautiful weekend. Thank you.